Arthur fucking Smith, working for the Atlanta Falcons. Like, if you feel any hostile feelings from me, it's just sadness. I miss you. Where's that piece going to win a Super Bowl?
We'll see. No comment.
Somebody pops out, hey, if you cut your dick off, you will win the Super Bowl. Would you do it?
No comment.
What? Oh my!
Let you guys get me.
I think Arthur Blank would love to have you.
Cannot put a number on glue guy. Hold on.
I know.
I mean,
quiz.
The sturdiest legs in all of Nashville.
Oh, we draw the show.
Pulled out the 2K Derrick Henry chain. Art, did you get one?
I must have gotten lost. I don't know.
Week 6, overtime.
That was the funniest thing. You come out there.
Ice pack on the knee,
Ice pack on the knee.
And I'm like, I'm just standing by
And
you.
I didn't want to believe it. You're like, I'm done. I'm like, he's told me he's done before. So I'm like,
It's like you guys beat yourselves up as much as players do in the
yeah,
season.
absolutely. I look back and that Chiefs game is painful. It probably always.
Is the FedEx gambling story true?
Yes, it's true.
So it's a true story. Actually, I won 35,000 and I lost back down to 27,000 and I went to bed because I'd been up all day.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it has come to my attention that a beautiful, wonderful, reliable company has come to us and said, we need your help. And we said, what do you need? And they said, we need you to support us. And we said, absolutely, we can do that for you. And that company is Chevy Silverado. Should we clap?
Yeah.
How about a couple
official
claps?
sponsor of Bussin with the Boys?
We've talked about it already. We've already kind of dove into the whole thing. The strongest, most advanced Silverado ever is now partnering with Bussin with the Boys. It's a beautiful thing. Strong, beautiful, like a stallion galloping in the wind, dude. Chevy Silverado is now backing the boys. And the boys are now backing the Chevy Silverado, dude. It's dependable, just like the people who ride them every single day, right? You look at a guy and he's in a Silverado. You're on the highway. What do you almost do? You almost get in a crash, right? Because you look at it, you go, that's a beautiful vehicle. And I know that guy. I know that guy's going to be on time. He's going to work his tail off and he's going to get after it. There's so many things you can do with a Silverado. What are all the things you can do, Will? Tell me about it.
Tailgating, hauling, towing, whether you got a big boat, a big RV, a house even.
Ooh.
The Chevy Silverado can tow it. Moving day, helping out your friend or family member, road trips. Do you see David Quessenberry's legs right here? Durable, built just like the Chevy Silverado. Go to a dealership near you, tell them the boys sent you, and what I think Taylor and I would like to see is somebody actually go to a dealership and say, hey, the boys sent me, park my little cute behind in a Chevy Silverado.
Ooh.
And we might have to do something for that person.
Well, yeah, I think we would actually send us some gear or something like that. Even if you just
Maybe
go to the
jersey.
dealership. Oh,
I'm thinking
maybe a Compton jersey. Yeah,
Compton
I'm just
jersey.
kidding. I got a Milwaukee jersey too, baby.
and the boys jersey.
Yeah, the boys. We have those.
Just decorate somebody who, if somebody goes and pays for a Silverado and says
Yeah.
the boys sent me,
Right.
we got to sell out for them.
Oh, absolutely. I would love that. Hey, back to the show. Thank you so much.
Yeah. We have the our episode. Our first Chevy guest is Arthur Smith. Phenomenal episode. Embodies grit and determination, just like the Chevy Silverado. Enjoy, subscribe, rate 5 stars. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Our YouTube is popping. Go subscribe to the boys everywhere and go get our merch as well. As Taylor told you, Father Taylor, it's time to tithe, and you tithe on the Barstool merch store.
Down on Mississippi.
I apologize. I had to wait. I didn't want to get in trouble for tamper. You know.
I understand. Do you want to get this done now? Should we make it official?
Let's talk about this for a second, though, before we jump the gun.
Hang on.
We should call Vrabel and make sure he has an opportunity to counter right away.
Try and just get some bidders in there, get some
I'm
negotiating, get the numbers
We'll
up.
start at $2 million. We'll go from there.
Yeah, why
That's
not?
fair.
We can just make it official right now. We can get an Atlanta Falcons hat.
You can't they can't put a value on Will Compton, right? Yeah, the field issues of like being able to play, but other than that, like being a guy in the locker room, being able to show the young guys, he's a glue guy. You think we went to the playoffs, or we actually didn't make the playoffs the year you were with us, the first year?
The second year, though.
The second time, though. So you came in, no playoffs. You left AFC Championship, came in, lost.
Well, we won the division, right?
Won the division. Big. That's a big win of the division.
But I tore my ACL, so that's also
right. That
could have
plays
been
a factor.
you.
This could potentially be the biggest signing since prime time to Atlanta.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh God,
Does that fire you up?
I think Arthur Blank would love to have you.
I think so.
Yeah.
Glue
So
guy. Like you cannot put a number on glue guy. Like locker room guy. Like,
no question.
That's what I am going to have my agent say that.
you should.
Hey, you can't put a number on a glue guy. So where do we want to start this thing off at? Hey, you were ready today.
This way, when Will signs to Atlanta.
Hey, my put it do a face video. It's just me and Art.
Yeah.
Oh, good times.
All right, let's go. Arthur fucking Smith, working for the Atlanta Falcons, owner Arthur Blank. Coincidence? I don't think so. Have you met? You've obviously met with him.
Oh, yeah.
The guy's obviously in the mafia type of deal. He looks like a guy that does some shady stuff. You don't have to say anything. He's your boss.
No.
But when I met with
Just
him,
start the pod off. Mafia looking guy. Looks shady. You don't have to say shit about it.
I was looking for how you're going to get me.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
my favorite thing is how you guys got Braves a couple years ago.
with the dick thing.
Yeah.
Well, let's actually start there then.
Let's start
No,
there.
you guys started with me. It's only, yeah.
Where's
The
that piece
first one.
going to win a Super Bowl?
We'll see. No comment.
Would you?
My God, let me ask you a question. Let's ask you another question.
All right.
Let's just say hypothetical situation, right? You're in the Super Bowl. It's halftime. Let's say you're up 28-3.
Ooh,
Are you going to
I like
run
this.
the ball
I
more?
like
Do you
this.
think? Do you think you'd run the ball more?
No comment.
That means yes.
Okay, let's say 28-3. You're facing the Patriots. It's halftime.
Ooh.
Somebody comes in. Somebody pops out. Hey, if you cut your dick off, you will win the Super Bowl. Would you do it?
Oh, that's
No
a good.
comment.
What?
Oh
I'll
my!
let you guys get me on
All
that.
right,
Hey,
end the podcast.
he's
2 minutes
polished.
and 31 seconds.
He's polished.
You are
I mean,
ready.
yeah,
he
I'm
was ready. Did you tell Arthur you were coming on this podcast? Did he know?
No.
Oh, so he's going to come out and see all these no comments and think I made the right choice.
I hope so. Yeah.
He said, "I hope." Hey,
I
grit and
did that.
determination, and we can say this now because we are officially with the boys because they're going to hear an ad before this. But we're officially. He's our first Chevy guest.
I was one of the original
Congratulations.
guests. I'm actually. How many recurring guests have you had?
George?
We've had a few.
Fuck. I thought it was going to be.
I know.
George,
I know.
Chandler, Derrick. Hey, this is getting rough.
Yeah. It is.
George, Henry, Derrick, Shaw.
George, who's Henry and who's Derrick?
Oh,
Dennis-
George.
No, Dennis only been on
He
once.
said who's Henry and who's Derrick.
Yeah, you said you did. three.
Derrick Henry,
Derrick, yeah, I knew that.
George Kittle, Michael
Yeah.
Chandler,
Okay, we've said those three.
Brendan Schaub.
Okay, no, Schaub's been on. Oh, he's been on twice. I
Yeah.
wasn't on that pod.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's four.
No,
Corey.
That's not bad.
Or 11.
Yeah.
Corey.
Hey,
Yeah,
does it count though? No
Yeah.
offense, Corey. Hey, the boys.
However, we can say this: he was number 3, wasn't he, on the bus? Like your interview is only broken into highlights because we weren't doing full interviews at the time on YouTube.
That's
Yeah.
good.
So technically,
you-
this is your first time actually on the bus
You were
a new location.
at a new
Yeah.
location.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
But we're
were
happy
the-
to have you on, and you're the first head coach outside of the Titans that we've had. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
first OC turned head coach. Like we've seen the progression happen from the
Recurring
bus.
guest.
We've been a part of your journey.
And Michael
You know?
Chandler, by the way, he came on his first time coming on. He was in the Bellator. He was a champ. Was he a Bellator champ at the time?
I think it was. Three
Well, he
times.
wasn't one of the times he came on, right? But he
Hey, that's tough.
grew.
That's
We
tough to
got
bring up too. Will. Damn.
hey, we got to see his growth going from Bellator transitioning to the UFC. Now he's fighting for the UFC belt. You OC just got the job with the Titans,
Right.
so you weren't a proven OC yet.
No, I feel like.
And then you
jumped
kind of
off
proved
when I
it.
came on here.
Now you're a head coach. You're back on the bus. So there's a little bit of a
Yeah.
there's a little bit of a trend when you come on the bus. You kind of the stock goes up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
You don't have to. You can do whatever you want. You're a head coach of a football team.
Yeah.
Eventually, we're both going to be looking for jobs. Eventually,
Right.
and we're expecting hires. We'll start with Will. I'm going to be a little more expensive, but we're definitely going to get that going. Tell,
I thought you meant the coaching world, which could very much be a
oh,
possibility.
I'm not going to. I don't want to be a coach, but I'll come and hang out
Being
with
a
you
consultant,
guys.
That's like the new thing. You just be a consultant. Nobody really
Yeah.
knows what you do.
Yes,
You can
I
charge
like
a lot
that.
of money.
Come in,
Nice.
hang out.
I'll be a consultant for the locker room.
I'll be yeah, and I'll be a
I'm a
consultant.
glue guy consultant.
I love that. That's exactly what you could be. You would do a good job doing that. How did well, I guess we should probably start the podcast 5 minutes in. Yeah. Oh, but what Will was saying in the beginning, recently,
Mhm.
the best truck company in the entire world they were thinking to themselves, advertisement. How do we get to the people? How do we get to the ones with the grit, with the determination, with the reliability?
The lunch pail guys.
The
of
lunch
world.
pail guys that get after it every single day. Where do we spend this advertisement money? You know where they came?
Right here.
They came to the bus.
Right here. I don't blame him.
And Arthur Smith is our first guest, with our presenting sponsor being not only, wait, that didn't sound right, being Chevy. Let's go, boys. There it is.
Yeah.
It started off strong. It didn't go too well after that. We're a little rusty back on the mic, but Chevy. And you know what? Silverados. They're also, I don't want to plug anything right now, but I drive a Silverado now, and they are phenomenal vehicles.
My won't say it
Yeah.
is dead to me. That brand is dead to me.
There's a Molotov cocktail sitting in my car right now with it's a ticking time bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be good content.
To blow it up?
Yeah.
I'll blow my vehicle up, no problem.
I know Alex has got a little that fired him up because he actually came up with an idea where he wanted to blow up the F word.
The F word?
We step into a Chevy and drive off.
Yeah.
Lighting a cigar. He's like, you can light a cigar, throw the match, it blows up, we step into Chevys.
Hey, boss, where can we do that and not get arrested for arson?
It's got to be a county.
This probably is the spot to do it, huh?
Here or one of these counties, you could probably get away.
Jefferson
Probably.
Street. You know, my Jolton, my truck got broken into.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Did they steal it?
They stole it and they just went for a
He had the keys
joyride.
in and everything, unlocked in front of the
Hey,
house.
there was camera footage because my neighbor also had the same exact vehicle as me, the F word, and you can see my F word pull up,
Right.
and then another kid pull in and look, and there's keys in that one too, and he just starts celebrating, hitting a fat celly, and they get in there and they drive off.
Yeah. Crime opportunity. I mean,
We found them. It doesn't matter. There was no damage done. Yeah, a little bit in gas, but who cares, right?
Yeah.
No dents,
Yeah.
especially with their presenting sponsor being Chevy.
Yeah, no dents.
There's
no dents now.
Not anymore,
Life's a little
right?
different.
Things are going very well for us. But we're not going to talk about just me and Will. We probably should talk about you.
how's the rehab going?
Oh, rehab is good, dude.
Do we need to get it closer?
There we
Getting close to your
Sorry.
mouth now.
I mean,
There you
I'm
go.
rusty. It's
Yeah.
all been 2 years.
Yeah. Absolutely. And 2 years too long, right? This should need to be a 6-month thing. My knee, at first I was like, things are going really well. And then I went to the Titans facility and I did a couple of things that maybe probably too early, my own doing, and was dealing with swelling issues for a while. Like, I would strengthen the quad, it would start to swell in this vicious circle. And so I got the swelling under control now, and we are on our way. I had a big workout today.
Nice.
Single leg squats, split leg.
you're
rear
feeling
elevated.
good then.
I had a vest on today with weights and everything.
I see you,
I'm
boy.
stoked. You see me stomp up them stairs?
I did.
Yeah.
I was definitely trying to show off for you. That's probably going to bite me in the ass. But I was 100% thought I'm going to show Arthur how great I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. It's not actually doing well yourself. It's showing
It's
everybody
showing
that you're
people
doing
that
well.
you're doing really well.
Yeah, whether you're not or what, it doesn't matter.
No.
It does not matter.
It's all perception.
How's life been for you?
It's been good.
It's got to be a
What do
crazy
you mean?
whirlwind.
It's been good. That's like
No, it's been good.
catching up after a month. Like, hey, how's it been? I've been
it's
on the
all
golf
right.
course.
Kids are doing their
kids
thing.
kids are doing well. They're in
Kids
school.
good. Yeah, they're in school. No, it's been a whirlwind. Like I said, when we popped on here, it feels like I've been going full throttle since July,
Yeah.
which I guess I have. But it's awesome. The transition's been great. It's easy because we're in Nashville and my family's still here and the kids are as they're in school. So if I had to pop back in at night, it's easy to get in the car. There's a million flights from Atlanta to Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
Now you said you found a spot in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Are you flexing on them?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean.
No, I don't know.
Hey, are you flexing on them?
You in
No,
Buckhead?
it's a nice little spot.
Are you in Buckhead?
I'm not going to give out where I'm living.
He's in
You
Buckhead.
can't give out the area.
Just tell me the address.
Yeah, I'll give out the address right now.
You got a pool in the backyard.
Oh, we got a pool.
Oh,
Okay,
hey,
there we
that's
go.
how he's doing well.
Is it an infinity pool?
No, not in
Okay.
Hey, what? That's like different. That's like way too much different, dude.
Yeah, no, it's like, yeah. Now, you don't want to give out your address.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
No doubt. You
I
definitely.
mean,
will.
Ben Jones will find it.
Ben
Yeah.
Jones will absolutely find you. He'll get you with that pie. When's your birthday?
He got me last year.
Yeah.
he won't.
Oh,
He won't just get you with the pie. He'll stink bomb your truck if
Yeah.
you get him with the pie.
well, that was a bit of a deal between you two that I don't want to really get into.
Come on.
I don't really remember.
Yeah, because you jump fence throughout the entire process.
I don't like to be in the middle of things. I like to just instigate things.
Yeah.
You know what
I'm
I'm
going to
saying?
get him back, though. I got him 2 years ago at the beach, and then he got me back last year. And I thought I was going to be good because it was COVID. And then he kept like sending videos of my house. Like he knew where I was. Like I'd moved.
Hey,
Put
Ben's
it,
like
put
that,
it in
dude.
LLC.
Hey,
like,
Yeah,
Ben's-
remember he talked
Ben's
about
a little stuffed sausage 007 Southern
He
boy.
is.
He really is.
He wanted to do stuff to Waffle. That's how mad he was. Remember that?
He wasn't, no. But
He's like, I want you to come home. I know where you live. I want you to come home and see me doing stuff to Waffle. And it's like, oh, okay, man.
That's a
like,
little sick.
I just put a fucking pie in your face. It's all. So Ben is notorious. Ben Jones. Shout out Ben Jones.
Shout
He's
out Ben Jones.
notorious. On your birthday, he fills up this plate or whatever with whipped cream, cottage cheese, something
Anything.
white.
ranch, whatever.
Yeah, ranch, and we'll walk up to you, sneak up on you, and stuff you in
Shaving
the
cream.
face.
Got a
And
frozen
so
pie. I got Castle with a frozen pie. I thought he was going to break his nose.
Really?
yeah, he
Yeah,
gets
well,
everybody,
Castle,
and he's not nice about it.
Yeah, it's
he gets in there. It's an actual slap in the face with just a little pie in the middle.
Yeah, and then laughs, and you kind of just don't know how to feel about it. But it was his birthday, right?
Yeah.
And Taylor, and I sort of don't remember, but I'm gonna say you put the idea in my head. You're like, hey, you should get Ben. This would be a great time to get Ben. I'll blame you on that one. And I'm like, oh yeah, this would be good. And Taylor, I think, was videoing it, and we kind of set it up in the hallway. Ben was talking to somebody, and I come up, and I just put the pie right in his face. I filled it up with, it might have been cottage cheese. I don't know. But what did I say to him? I whispered something in his ear.
I don't know. I really don't
But
remember.
it wasn't his real birthday then. Because it's in July.
Yeah. But
Yeah, okay, so then it wasn't his birthday.
No.
Maybe, it was my birthday.
That's what it was.
I got him
before you.
Yeah, I got him before he could get me.
Yeah.
I whispered something in his ear. Man, it was a good little
It's
clap
like a
back
happy
too.
birthday to me, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Something different.
yeah. Happy
Something-
birthday to me, motherfucker. And then took off running, obviously.
Ben got super upset. Go get him. Oh, let's go.
That's how I do it, man. This is that kid. That tight end? That's a tight end. So, watch this.
Big Ben.
It's over there silly. Will.
Frank.
He tearing his butt.
What's up, Frank? You got it? We're all good here.
This son guy's struggling. Look at this center right here for Ravenwood.
This is last night. This is last night.
He is.
This is the fun.
Happy birthday to me, motherfucker. Ben got,
He
mad.
wasn't upset. Ben doesn't really get mad like that. He just thinks to himself, time to one up the next guy.
Yeah.
So
He went to the equipment room.
he found a stink bomb. I'm not sure how. Took the stink bomb and put it in your vehicle.
Put it in my truck.
Yeah.
Truck was unlocked in the parking lot. Puts it in my vehicle and stink bombs. Puts powder all over my truck. Powders me. All that stuff, dude. And who walks out there with Ben Jones while he goes and does the stink bomb and the powder? Taylor Lewan.
So listen, here's the deal.
Who got me fired up to get him? Hey, get Ben Jones before he gets you. Oh, that's sick, bro. Dap each other, do our little handshake roll. Go in. He films it, get him. I guess he's like, Taylor's like, okay, I got to switch sides so Ben doesn't get me now. I got to preserve myself. He goes out and then helps Ben get me.
Good content. It's genius.
Well, we live in a content world,
You
right?
do.
I'm just trying to adapt to my surroundings the way I live my life,
Yeah.
right? We have a podcast now. We need some
You
content.
need content.
And so
Everything's
you get Ben. Ben's all upset. Ben's already gonna get you. Whoever films it.
Yeah, Ben
You know what
was
I'm saying?
mad. That's what he was saying, the waffle stuff. We talked a lot in meetings. And then by the time we were walking back to the locker room, he kind of put his arm around me because I guess we talked enough to where he felt bad about, oh shit, I stink bomb his truck and stuff.
Right.
He's like, look, man, you're going to be a little upset when you come out here, blah, blah, blah.
Level heads prevailed a little too late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
He sat
yeah.
there and he sat in meetings.
And then he goes-
I felt bad.
And then Ben, next thing he goes, but you know who had me do this? Or who kind of talked me into how to get you back. He's like, it was your boy. I was like, Taylor? He's like, yeah. And I was disappointed, man. I'm reliving it now, and it's
Yeah,
bringing
you
up
look upset.
it's bringing up an emotion I didn't want to relive.
It's okay. Here's the deal. It's between Ben's word and my word. That never happened, right?
Look,
Now you had to make choices.
It was what it was. You played the fence on us.
No.
You're not going to talk me back to this situation. I'm like, oh yeah, that's true. You're right.
I think it's more for content.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
what
just for content.
yeah.
It was like it was
yeah,
just
it's just for content.
it was just for content. To me, it was like a blur. Like, I didn't know who was who at one point. I really didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
So I think we just let it go and move on and really embrace our guest, our second time guest, Arthur
Recurring
Smith,
guest. Yeah, recurring guest.
Arthur Smith on Bussin' with the Boys, the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. What a treat. Blockfolio. Bussin' with the Boys ad copy. Blockfolio is the world's most popular mobile app for cryptocurrency tracking and trading. Build your portfolio by following the prices of more than 10,000 coins. Get phone notification updates directly from the projects you care about. Buy and sell Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin, and offer top tokens with absolutely zero fees and get a free coin with every
Dogecoin.
trade. Get a free coin with every trade over $10. All right. Visit the App Store and download Blockfolio for free today. The NFL Draft is coming up, and more NFL players continue to invest in crypto. Panthers offensive lineman Russell Okung became the first NFL player to get paid in Bitcoin this past season. Blockfolio, investing for the crypto generation.
Bring it back into an intro.
Yeah. What a treat. So, obviously, it's always been your goal to be a head coach, right?
Right.
You've always wanted that. When did you know you were going to jump ship from the Titans? And I don't say that as
Reword
a
that.
trigger.
Reword that.
When did you?
Hold on.
I know.
I mean,
the
quiz.
sturdiest legs in all of Nashville.
It's like a
Quiz when you walk on here,
It's like
you're
an
going to
oak
flex
tree.
your quads.
it's an oak tree coming on this thing.
You're not going to. You come and sit next to him.
Yeah, right here. I'll scoot over.
David Lee.
I mean, you hear the quads. Face forward. Face forward. It's raining in here.
Couple of teardrops.
Oh, enjoy the show. Arthur Smith.
What's up, buddy?
Wow. Good to see you. Real good to see you, man.
For all the Atlanta
something
fans
else
watching
for you.
right now,
I come
Look at
bearing
this.
gifts.
Oh, wow.
what is that?
Little wolf trophy?
A wolf
No,
ashtray.
it's a wolf lighter.
It's a lighter.
This is a lighter?
Click the tail, man.
No way. First time too.
The wolf needs a wolf lighter. That's what I've learned.
Hey, that's probably the coolest gift you've been given.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
What are you gonna do with that?
I'm going to light a cigar on it.
Cigar?
tonight. Yeah, cigar tonight.
Too.
He said cigar?
Let me see that. Can I see it real quick? It's lighter than I expected.
You're like wind coming up. Like, hey, can I see that?
My turn. It's got red eyes.
They say Arthur Smith on the bus. I'm like,
Nah, I appreciate coming by.
That's pretty cool.
reminisce
All right.
a little bit.
Do we have to start that out? Yeah.
I don't know.
Taylor had a very serious question, and then all of a sudden I saw this mountain of a man open the door. I knew it was you. Cut off
figure,
polo,
dude.
really short shorts.
Did you change?
I called my wife. She needed her keys, so that's why I'm running late after we got done working out. Damn, all right. Favorite one. Favorite one.
Grab my favorite
one.
polo.
And she goes downstairs and she has it
That's
ready,
a good
man.
one.
You look great, dude. Every time you're wearing that, it's like, okay, it's gonna be a good day.
Oh,
Something like that, dude. I had a whole elaborate outfit plan if our workout didn't take so long.
Quiz just
God,
pulled out the
yeah.
2K Derrick
looking like
Henry
a
chain.
pimp right now, dude.
I like it.
Hey,
Did you get one?
Art,
No,
did
I
you get
didn't.
one?
I must have gotten lost. I don't know.
As the OC, Derrick didn't get you a chain for
No,
calling all them
no,
run
no.
plays.
Hey, that's
I thought maybe he
crazy.
got lost or something. Still waiting on it.
Wow.
Derek, still waiting on it.
Derek beats the record. Todd gets one. This
How'd
year?
you feel
How
when
upset
you-
would you be?
No, I wouldn't be upset. I would send him an Instagram message.
Did you send him an Instagram message on the Falcons account or on your account?
On my own account.
I like that.
Yeah.
Fighting the battles on your own turf. I like that.
Hey, now you get to
You know
reword the question.
Oh yeah, I'll reword it. So the
Yeah,
first thing I asked was, when did you know you were going to jump ship from the Titans? But it's not going to be a hostile. Like if you feel any hostile feelings from me, it's just sadness. I miss you. I want you around. I miss the guy.
Yeah, look, shit.
We want you. But when did you know? Like, okay, because there was rumblings the offseason before saying Arthur Smith is probably going to leave next year. Did you know at that time? Like, okay,
No.
I'll probably go.
You try to put that stuff out of your mind. But I'd say towards the end of the season, you could tell that at least I was going to probably get some interviews.
Yeah.
And so I talked to Vrabel about it, and he was awesome. And you know, you just put it off because what I didn't want to become is a distraction. Didn't want it to like distract anything I was doing
Right.
for these guys. And so, but you knew, and then once there was they were like kind of making up rules as they were going in terms of, you know, everything was a pandemic. They lifted a rule, I think, in like week 16, like, hey, you could possibly interview. So when that happened, and officially John and I talked, and then we're like, we're not doing anything until after the playoff game. They have all these weird rules.
Yeah.
So
They as in the NFL
the
or they
NFL.
as in the Titans?
No,
Okay.
the NFL. And John and Braves were awesome about it. But that was one thing I wish in hindsight that, like, you know, it'll be interesting how they end up changing these rules. But to get off of a playoff game and then to go right into an interview, yeah, I wish it was set up because we were trying to knock them out and we totally expected to still be playing. So we just tried to jam them into Sunday night, Monday.
Mm-hmm.
But while you're still playing, you shouldn't be interviewing.
Right.
Yeah.
You said you should be interviewing.
Should not be.
Should not be interviewing.
Gotcha.
And it's an NFL rule that you can't be interviewing, or after the week 17 when the season ends and
If you have
playoffs
a
begin.
bye or your season's over,
You can interview.
interview.
Right.
but if you're still playing, you can interview after the wild card weekend.
Got you.
And so to set them up, we like talking to Braves, we had set it up to say, hey, we'll talk Sunday night and Monday, and then we'll be game planning for whoever we thought we would be playing in the divisional round.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we lost to Baltimore, so then you go home and you jump right into them. Kind of wish in hindsight, I was like, I wish I hadn't done one Sunday night, just because I wasn't in the right frame of mind to do that. But
Who'd you meet with on Sunday night?
Jacksonville.
Yeah, but you don't want to go there.
Yeah, no. I mean, it was just like doing some reps, but then
Right, like a run that's like, oh,
You
you're
wanna
getting,
he's
got prospects.
1 in 15. You warm up with that one. I literally whoa, hold on. First off, that is way too much pinboard. What is it? Pinboard material?
bulletin board.
Bulletin board. I'm definitely chirping the Jags way too much right now. Listen, great franchise. I love the owner's mustache. I'm sorry. I've been 1 in 15 as well. I've been 2 in 14. I'm so sorry. I do not want to be that. We have been on some shitty teams. Shitty teams.
Yeah.
I do not want to be that guy.
But more so, you don't want to be playing against the boys twice a year like that.
You don't want to play against the boys twice a
No,
year.
no. I'm in a great spot.
I mean,
I'm in a great spot. Close.
Yeah, you're
Opposite
close
conference.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, you picked a good spot. Atlanta, that's where I wanted to go. You knew that.
Yeah.
That's where I wanted to go going out of the draft. And so there's a little bit more of a vendetta now because I took you away also. The whole city of Atlanta to me. But anyway, so you met with Jacksonville. Why did you wish you didn't do that on Sunday? Just because the backlash from it? Because I remember people were like,
well, it wasn't a backlash. I mean, that's the way the rules were written, and it was a Zoom interview. I just wish you didn't have to have it set up like that. I just wish I, could have put them all off to whenever we were done playing. Now we were done playing then. I just wish that was the last thing I wanted to do was jump on a Zoom interview at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, after losing a game like that. What do you wish? What do you hope to see change with like the rules for interviewing and that type of thing? Like, because it seems like it sucks.
Buffalo proposed, not talking until when the season's completely over. I think that's inevitably going to be hard to do because you're going to have a playoff run and teams are going to be out of it, and it's not really there's just going to be so much noise. So I don't know how they really like stop the momentum
because that kind of sucks too, right?
Officially,
like
you couldn't interview.
well, what about a team that's like a Jacksonville who's done before at the playoffs?
That's what,
and they interview Urban. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like a guy who's not in the NFL. Like, what are the rules on that?
Right.
So
yeah, I don't
because it's tough because say we went all the way to the Super Bowl. It's like, do you think you would have been the head coach of the Falcons just because they would have probably
they probably go pretty fast. They go really fast.
So that does kind of suck.
Yeah. I mean, Kyle Shanahan got hired when they went on a run, but like the way the rules are written, and there have been Patriot coaches years ago.
Not everybody's got Mike Shanahan though.
Well, I'm just saying, like, so I don't know. I don't know what the best solution is. I know what Buffalo they propose or trying to. Something needs to be done to fix it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't have the answer right now, so I don't have a great proposal to put on your podcast.
That's okay.
Yeah. I'm just sitting here.
We'll ask the question
about
again.
it like most people.
Yeah,
without any
100%.
solution.
It's all right. We don't need
your bullshit ass podcast. You ain't getting
we can
me,
bring
dude.
up all your words and we'll put our own shit together. We'll scramble a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Just different words throughout the entire pod.
Bad things.
Spice it up.
Anyway, so how many teams did you interview with? You met with Jacksonville, then who?
Yeah, then Monday morning, had the Jets on Zoom, Atlanta, Chargers, Detroit. So, and then in person, I went to the Eagles.
Oh, you went to Eagles in person? What was different about that? Just because the season was
just the way it's set up. They were a little bit later. So I had done all these on Zooms between Sunday night, Monday, and then pushed one back to Tuesday because they were trying to set it up and I had to come back. I wanted to meet with the offense on Monday afternoon. And then I did Detroit one on Tuesday. And then talking to Howie Roseman, they were doing theirs in person down in Palm Beach.
Got you.
So
did you? Was there a team like you thought that was going to be more of a front runner at first? Like when you met with Jacksonville, did you walk away going, okay?
I probably there was no chance in hell that was going to be that. I just didn't think that was a
they were all urban all the way, or
I don't know if they were all
from
urban
a fit standpoint.
Fit standpoint, yeah.
When you're going through that stuff throughout the year and you're kind of like figuring out that you probably get interviews for the next year as a head coach, like similar to a player in like a contract year that knows like I'm about to re-up and get broke off. Obviously, we're all good at compartmentalizing, but is it hard to kind of compartmentalize like when like separating all the ball and like knowing like I'm about to enter in this world of becoming a head coach?
Yeah, I mean,
you do a good job of that.
Yeah, you basically test yourself to be like, are you really that disciplined? Because it's easy to fall in that trap.
Mm-hmm.
Like in terms of like, hey, you take calls when people want to talk to you about, hey, if you get a job, hey, keep me in mind or whatever. Just try to just push everything off.
How many of those calls came in?
A lot.
Yeah, I bet.
Which calls?
The guys like,
The
you
text,
leave
the
and a bunch of
random,
guys are like, hey, you worked with a guy 3 years ago. And he's like,
bro.
hey, don't forget about me. I'm gonna need that linebacker job.
Yes, yeah.
You know,
I was
you got
curious
like
about that too.
like a malarkey sneaking around.
Like
in there
you're
trying
just
to give a text. You know,
Texts
what
are just blowing up with potential.
I'm saying? Yeah. Is
Like,
Malarkey,
you
is
become way
Malarkey
more
still in the league?
popular. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Malarkey still in the league?
Mike's retired.
Oh, he's retired.
Yeah, Mike's retired.
Retired.
He's retired.
All right.
Hey, Dean Pease is retired.
Oh, Dean Pease was retired. He's kind of sniped
You got
from us too.
I read an
huh?
article that says you brought Dean Pease out of retirement. This is for the second time because he was
Yeah, I don't
retired.
know.
and
He
the
was
Vrabel bought him
retired,
out.
unretired from the Titans.
He's like the Brett
retired.
Favre of NFL head,
He really
of NFL
is the
coaching.
Brett Favre of coaching,
Just keeps
dude.
retiring and coming back.
Yeah.
How'd you get Dean back?
One phone call.
No, he reached out to me. And then,
Oh, he reached out to you.
yeah.
I like that. Okay, keep going.
He said retirement's not for me. And so when I started going through the interviews, before I went on the interviews, I called him up and said, hey, this is what you really want to do? He said, yeah, absolutely. So it was nice because that is if you're going to be a first-time head coach and going to call plays, you need somebody experienced on that side.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So that was a huge hire for us.
Dude, how great is he, man?
Oh, he's the best. Yeah, no, I feel really fortunate because it alleviates a lot of headaches you're going to have early on. There's
Yeah.
so much trust that he's got things covered on that side of the ball. And we meet every day or where we go over stuff, but Dean's the best. You don't feel like you have to micromanage anything that's going on over there.
Yeah.
Hey, Dean loves Will Compton too.
He does.
I like
Dean
Coach
loves
Pease a lot,
Will.
man. I really do. We kept in touch when I was in Oakland and everything. Like, he's awesome. His son, Matt, too, he's all time.
yeah.
Because
Seeing him like 2 years ago when he was doing his thing down the stretch, he was an artist.
Yeah, he really
Firing
was.
it up, that was like you're watching, like, man, he is on fire right now.
Well, especially in that Baltimore.
hey,
in that,
Quiz is hype over there, dude.
in that Baltimore game, dude.
It's like, yeah, it was
That
like,
Baltimore game was
dude,
insane. He had, like,
he is
all
calling
week
out of his mind.
talking about how
I'm just
Lamar does
excited
X,
to
Y,
see
and Z.
him
It was
do that
insane.
again.
It was insane the way he
Yeah.
was doing that stuff.
It's not
That
gonna be
was
the same
awesome.
Without, like, you sleeveless on the side.
Oh,
That's an
dude.
underrated thing of that playoff run is Quiz and Hollister on the sideline.
Dude, getting after it,
Getting
flexing. I don't know how you didn't stop flexing the whole time. It was unbelievable.
Hollister didn't get as much attention as you did, but
Yeah.
he was like your mini-me.
I brought him along pretty
You
good.
did.
Yeah.
but he was very eager. You know what I mean?
He was.
He wanted to do the bands in the locker room.
Yeah.
And Art even a few games.
I did. I did a couple bands.
Art used to do it all the time. 2014, 15, he was always in there
Yeah,
grabbing it.
yeah.
He pushed me out of the way a few times. I'm about to go play a game. He would literally push me, but I need to get a few of these. Yeah.
No, I need to get some bands. I got to make
That
some
home
bands.
gym.
Yeah.
Yo, Art, hey, you're a bit of a glue guy in the locker room.
You really are a glue guy.
Because, I'll be...
And
take
it's
that as a
good,
high
it's good you brought that up because he's not going to say it himself.
Yeah,
He's never
yeah,
gonna say
yeah.
that himself.
He's not going to say it himself.
That's good you brought
But
that
it's
up.
like all the antics we all do, like the boys and, put the women and children to bed and who's got the pre-workout.
Art was about that.
Art's about
Yeah,
it.
and then
Art was
about
done
that
with college and still just stayed in college in the NFL, dude.
yeah.
Grinding.
And we're like
absolutely
walking
grinding.
out, just yelling all this nonsense, and then subtly, and just behind you, walking up behind me, I would just hear, "Let's bring that BDE, baby." And I turn around and see it, so I'm like, "Let's fucking go!"
Dude, I would
Art."
get the hardest chest bumps from Art before every single
Yeah,
game.
and then there's a couple times we had those fourth quarter comebacks, and we'd be coming in hype and stuff. He's like, "How about that big dick energy?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Hell yeah, Art!"
Oh my god, I'm
Chest
fired up
bump.
right now. God damn. Hey.
Fired up Arthur Smith.
That's allegedly.
Yes,
allegedly. Will's and Bill.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
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 I remember
May or may not
even the Houston game, week 6, when that with overtime.
That was the funniest thing. You come out there,
Oh yeah, ice pack on the knee,
ice
dude.
pack on the knee.
And I'm like, all right, I'm just standing by
And
you.
I didn't
He's
want to
like,
believe it because, like, you're like, I'm done. I'm like, he's told me he's done before. So I'm like, he's really done.
Hey, no
I'm
question.
done.
Sprained ankle,
no
I'm
question.
done.
I'm
It's
done, man. It's over. It's a low ankle sprain. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm like, I think I called a play and I'm like, oh, you gotta wait till the MRI. You're like, no, I'm done. I'm like, well, see, I'm trying to be like really optimistic. I'm called the play in. Taylor's like, what'd you call? Tells me it was a good call. I'm like, great.
Yeah.
He did. He goes, good
Fucking call, dude. Good call.
Good call.
And then,
It was awesome.
Though I actually saw that highlight the other day with when Derrick took the direct snap, and
Yeah.
I was I'm like, oh, everybody's gonna get mad about that. He catches the ball and just Powell drives in there, dude. I got so hype.
Yeah.
Art was fucking jumping around, banging the chest, hitting dudes.
Yes.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
You got after that thing.
That was
dude.
not even my favorite part of that drive was you standing next to me.
Yeah, dude. I
There's
mean,
an NFL film clip. That'd be great if they had the whole interaction.
that'd be awesome. If
There's
they
got to
had
be a
that.
boom mic somewhere.
They're
We can
always
find that.
around, right?
There's always around.
They're
It was
always.
There's always something
unbelievable
somewhere.
interaction between the two of us. As I'm calling the last drive, checking on his knee, me saying, "You'll probably be all right." He's telling, "No, I'm done." I'm like, "Yeah, you're probably
Just
not."
keep saying that.
In between play calls.
Yeah, dude, that was a tough little day, but it was awesome watching that comeback.
Yeah, it
Just
was.
the drive down, and even on the coin toss when Deshaun,
No,
when
he
we
was
got
deflated.
it, Deshaun was like,
deflated.
"Fuck."
This episode of Bussin' with the Boys is brought to you by Barstool Golf Time app. Speaking of golfing, the boys are going to go out for a nice little day on Saturday. Quiz, are you coming? Did Taylor tell you about
David
that?
Lee's in. I've already talked to him.
We're
about
actually
it.
hitting the course, and golf season is in full swing, and now's the perfect time to get out on the course. Trying to book a tee time? Look no further, as we are officially announcing the launch of the Barstool Golf Time app. In partnership with Supreme Golf, the Barstool Golf Time app allows you to book tee times at thousands of courses around the country. After you book, take a picture or video of the course you're on and submit it as an official review. Riggs, Frankie, Trent, and Lurch, the boys at Barstool, their reviews are on the app as well, so you can join them along with your boys. Your friends, shout out girls too. Other cool features such as the Barstool Golf Rewards. Get free merch will be rolling out soon. Don't be an idiot. Download the Barstool Golf Time app today, now available in the App Store.
That was beautiful. It's hot as shit in here, boys.
It is.
Why is it so hot?
The weather's coming, bro.
It's spring. Okay,
What
it's
happened to your
April.
air conditioner? It was in here.
What happened to the air conditioning?
Here, I got a question.
Yeah, I got some questions too.
Interviewing for OC versus interviewing for head coach. Like, what's something that surprised you?
Well, it was different because I was in house. So when I talked to Vrabel, like it's a lot. Like all the issues and you know how everything's set up. Like you have all that institutional knowledge of the place. So that's in-house interviewing for that was a lot easier than just random. They're all so different too.
Right. Like, what are the differences you feel like? Even I know you're in house, but you probably still have an idea of what an OC gets interviewed about. Like, what are the differences with getting interviewed for a coordinator versus a head coach?
Yeah, you're just really talking about like one phase, right? And then obviously the head coach. Now you got to talk about obviously all three phases. Everybody managing the team. There's so many other things that go with being a head coach. At least as the offensive coordinator, it's like you can just focus on the offense. Like that's probably the biggest difference in the job in the short time I've been on it, is there's so many little things that come up during the day that take your attention away. So if you don't hire really good people, like you're going to be up all night.
Right.
Because you just constantly things get pushed back and you got to adapt. You need to make, there's a lot of decisions you just got to make every day.
Yeah.
You can't linger on them.
What are a couple of things you've learned from Vrabel that is going to help you out with going over to Atlanta?
There's a lot of things.
Team meetings?
No, I don't think I can replicate Braves' style in the team meetings. Sometimes it was the funniest shit I've ever heard.
Sometimes it was funny.
As long as it wasn't directed at you.
He'd be like,
Coaches weren't off
dude,
limits.
no
That's
doubt.
really what it really turned
Coaches
into.
were not off limits, so at least you got to
they
empathize
weren't.
with the players. Every once in a while, he's going to make a comment about
that would
play
be
Fuck
call.
you
tough.
laughing at Art. Sit down in the back.
It's a brutal
yeah.
fucking play call here.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah. He did take the first fit. Our days could have been so much shorter if it wasn't for his 15 to 20 minute stand-up comedy bit every Monday or every
Like,
single
let's
day.
check in with our social media director.
Yeah.
And just
Will
be like,
gave him
oh,
a lot
shit.
of.
Will gave
you
him
gotta-
everything.
yeah.
He loves Will though. Will doesn't believe it. I don't know why.
I'm
We're going to call him and ask him about this battle,
I'll call him right now.
what battle?
this negotiation battle.
Let's do it.
I mean, part of the reason is not.
Yeah, exactly.
I waited.
Part of me starting to sit up because you just know Braves gonna dummy me a little bit.
I waited, so he couldn't hit me for tampering. That's why I waited to do this.
Yeah.
What do you think he would?
I bet he would with Will.
With Will? It's me or David Lee. Like, yeah, fuck it. But Will, no chance. He's not going to answer.
He's not going to answer.
That's so disrespectful.
He's a
Literally every
FaceTimer,
person
though.
we call. You FaceTime with him?
He FaceTimed me when I was in Orlando
That's hilarious.
because he saw that I was talking about
Unavailable. Mike Vrabel.
water parks
Look at him
being
later.
underrated. And so he FaceTimed me and then he texted me like, they're not underrated. He's like, here's what you got to do. You got to get the cabana. You check in for all your rides and you go and have a good time until that time comes up.
There you go.
I'm like, hey, I agree with you, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, a brand new season unlocked. The promise of adventures ahead. An endless stoke on the horizon. Now on sale. Own it all with Icon Pass. Own the season. Own the stories. Own the stoke, Will. Unlocking access to more than 40 unique Icon Pass destinations from the second you score your pass and stake your claim to the 21-22 season. You've got an entire season of sweet stuff to look forward to.
Pass options starting at only $3.99, adult and exclusive spring savings. There's an adventure for every type of rider, both new to the mountain and long-time shredder. Lock in the 21-22 season with up to $200 savings savings on child passes, up to $100 in renewal discounts, and a new payment plan for as low as $0 down and 0% APR. Explore all these pass options at iconpass.com.
And back to the show.
Remember that tweet you sent out to Will Pales?
Which one did I say to him?
Oh, God. It was when he was in Chicago, and we were going to accuse him of giving you the game plan and just put him in a tizzy.
That's right.
And
They
like,
called me and was like,
hey, let's not do that.
Will Pales, legend.
Legend.
Mike
Absolute
Sullivan knows all about it. The legend of the Tennessee Titans, Mike Pales.
I've heard a lot about Will.
Will
Yeah.
Pales?
Yeah, I've heard a lot
He
about
goes to Chicago, and like Pales was a big fan of me, Art, and Sully. And so I tweeted with Sully in Sully's office, appreciate Pales giving us the playbook for the Bears, blah, blah, blah. It's a preseason game. It's like the fourth preseason game,
Yeah,
right? It was
yeah,
some bullshit. And I guess like the Bears called Sully, or someone on the Bears
I
called
think
Sully.
we just tried to, I was like, Taylor, this might not be a good idea. I think Sully
Maybe
got
that was
more,
it.
Yeah,
Maybe that was it.
Sully got a little more nervous than I did, and I was like, yeah, it's maybe a
Sully gets nervous very easily. Sully gets very, very, very nervous.
Yeah, he had a tough job this year, though, so I give him a little.
What was so tough about his job? We'll cut it out.
He was the Isaiah wrangler. He was the.
Yeah. We can talk about that actually. Let's talk about Isaiah Wilson. Do you mind?
Yo, I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of you.
I'm a big fan as well, but you need to use words.
Polished. Polished. Knows like I'm always going to mess with the boys, but they're not going to get me.
They're not gonna get me. How do you feel about how the Isaiah Wilson situation went down? Do you want me to go first? Perfect. I'll go first. I think a lot of people out there are upset with John Robinson for picking him in the first round. However, I think with the Zoom stuff and how the draft went, it's really hard to get a good feel on guys. There's a big difference between shaking somebody's hand and boom, the Zoom thing popping up and you guys having a real conversation. It's easy to fake that stuff. And so I don't think John's really there to blame at all. I think the kid needs help.
I would not blame John for that. I think that's like and I will say this.
Easy
like
scapegoat.
No,
Easy.
Defense of it. Like there's certain things that happen that you could never predict.
Right.
So I don't think that there's, to blame John. I mean, there's a lot of things that on Zoom, but that even in hindsight, in a normal year, I don't think you would have predicted. You'd like to say now, with all the knowledge that you have and what happened, that you would say, oh, you could have predicted that. But going back and looking at it, no. I mean, it's now with the Zooms, is there certain things, to your point, with all different prospects, you don't get a feel for them.
Yeah. And now you
That's
guys able
hard.
to meet with people in person this year?
No, but you show up to pro days.
Really? Yeah, there's not even
a lot
a
of
combine
programs.
this year.
No, they're going.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, it's weird.
I bet.
Do you have any type of insider information on what the off seasons are going to look like?
I don't. Other than we'll start on the 19th virtually.
Yeah.
And then
Do you feel like that changes the dynamic with having picks, like investing in the rookies versus investing in the vets when there's more of a virtual offseason now that there's been a year of experience with it? You know what I mean?
Last year there was so much unknown. I think it definitely helped us early in the season. Like going back with so much familiarity that we had offensively.
Yeah.
I thought that certainly helped us in late games. Like we'd all been together. So but this year I'd imagine we have somewhat of an off season. Like the way it's trending. But like in our situation, like, we got 9 draft picks. We'll have plenty of undrafted rookie free agents. We don't have any money. So.
Best kind of guys.
Yeah, that's why
Undrafted
we
free
don't
agents.
have any money to pay Will.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we figured it out.
Yeah. We can all talk.
We've actually had a conversation about that. Will asked me if I would give $1 million of my salary
Did you see that
to pay
clip?
for Will.
no, I didn't.
The chance Will comes back is we'll give him $1 million of yours.
Yeah.
You would say no.
Yep.
That's tough to hear.
Hey, but listen, it's just business.
I get that.
Like, I don't want to pay somebody $1 million to be my friend, is what you just asked me.
No, teammate.
I don't want to pay somebody $1 million to be my teammate.
So you wouldn't.
I would do that.
You wouldn't pay $1 million for a Super Bowl because that's what I'm bringing to Tennessee.
Oh! I said no.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
smart.
Well,
Yeah,
what
thank you.
happened first is he goes, Will, which is hilarious thinking back on. He goes, "Would you take a pay cut to play for the Titans?" And I'm like, I made minimum. I can't go any lower. I go, if John calls you and was like, "Hey, we want to restructure you. We'll take $1 million out of your deal and we'll give it to Will." I said, "Would you take it?" And he said, "No."
There's no chance. And here's why.
Well, hang on. Would you?
No.
Yeah. I feel really on that island over there, huh? It's a little lonely.
No, I think this is
I got two over here. It's kind of like a little deal here, and then this is a little off in the distance.
Hey.
$1 million at Sunwell?
Hell no.
But yeah.
Hey, if you made 17 a year,
Hell no.
Boy, David Lee. Dude, it just is what it is. What do you mean? We're going to be friends regardless.
You're going to make a lot of money.
it's literally never been about friends.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if you were to
it
pay
sounds
me
like
to be
it's
your
about money.
friend.
That's what it sounds like to you.
I'm getting
Yeah,
nervous
'cause
because trying to bring you.
It is.
Yeah, he's negotiating. You see that? Take $1 million from me to give it to the Falcons to sign you.
He's going to blow up. He's going to blow up the locker room because
Sometimes you need the
Should we
boys.
FaceTime Sean?
You know what I'm saying? Like, are we for the boys or are we
Like,
not?
put the jersey down. on
Yeah.
the desk.
Yeah, for Rudy.
Yeah,
Like,
there we go.
he needs to play, coach.
Do, coach. I want Rudy to dress in my place. Coach, this is Rudy.
Just
I
keep
never
laying
even
the
seen that
jersey
movie.
down. You haven't?
No, I haven't.
It's below you.
It's a low football movie.
Yeah.
Not like
It's for
Really?
like grinders.
it is a grinder.
Dude, that's hilarious. We'll get. I do want to get into some fan questions before we get
you
off.
still.
But are you going to call your own plays this year? You calling the plays?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. That's why you became a head coach.
Right.
That's a smart thing to do.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people go in. Did Wiz called the plays? Didn't he?
He did.
Well, there goes my argument. But I will say, I don't. Some coaches that are like offensive coaches or defensive coaches go in and they don't call their own plays.
Yeah, that's pretty common too.
Is that a normal thing?
It's
Or is it like a
probably
50-50
50-50 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I love the fact you. So, is there someone with the title of OC?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Dave Ragone.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Is he a good dude?
Yeah, great dude.
I love that.
I wouldn't hire him if he wasn't a great dude.
Where'd he
No
come
question.
from?
He was in Chicago. You were with Dave probably in Washington.
I feel like I recognize the last
Probably.
name.
Yeah, you probably like big time them.
Big time. Here we go. KO.
Okay, oh yeah. He's in Green Bay.
What do you
I
think
know.
about the Atlanta Falcons uniforms? The red that transition or the black that transitioned to the red? Isn't that a jersey?
For Atlanta?
Yeah. It's
one of the
like
jerseys.
black and
It's
it
like an
transitions to
alternate. It's
red.
an alternate jersey.
It's like a crop top.
Alternate jersey.
I don't think I've
You
seen
haven't
that
seen
one.
it?
Mm-mm.
You pull it up. Do you like these uniforms?
I like our home and away uniforms.
He doesn't like these
I heard
ones.
that. He
Yeah,
doesn't
these
like
little
them.
deals. It's gonna be a nice little deal having Julio too. And Ridley.
No doubt.
You guys are having a filthy little offense too. The way you call plays. Yeah.
Yeah, do you like those unis right there? Those little alternates. The red that goes down to the black.
Sure.
Rated
Yeah.
from 1 to 10.
I'm not gonna rate. It's like rating my kids. You know, it's like
Rate them too.
the young ones,
Yeah.
the 1-year-olds in the
I got a favorite right now.
Do you?
No question. I'm not gonna say out loud.
Who?
Who?
I'm not gonna say out loud.
Wink once if it's Win, wink twice if it's Willow.
What do you mean? Blink if it's Willow?
Wink. Because they can't see your right eye.
Hey, I ain't doing nothing.
Because your nose is blocking.
No,
it.
actually, I really don't have a favorite right now.
Liar.
They're different. They're
Liar.
lovable in their own ways. Relax. Well, you don't understand.
You're extremely competitive.
Go ahead, David
Far
Lee.
away.
I want to know what your favorite part about calling plays for that Titan offense was last year.
Oh,
Like,
If you can't hear Quiz, he said, "What was your
what is
favorite, part?"
about calling?
because
When you guys were in a rhythm. Like when you guys were in a rhythm like that.
When we're really,
Call whatever you want in type of
are
situation.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. You are a savage when it
I
comes
don't
to
know.
calling plays. Like when we're firing and you're firing, it is some of the most fun football to be a part of and to watch and to like.
Well,
just
that's a credit to
experience.
you guys. Like my favorite, like when you could feel the momentum of the
Exactly.
game
That's
was
exactly.
two things in the last 2 years. One was that second half against New England.
Mhm.
Like you guys were rolling.
That was
Absolutely
awesome.
rolling. And then the first half at Indy this year.
Hell yeah.
Rolling. You guys were ready to go. I knew going to that game, I would have been shocked if you guys didn't play well. We were pissed about how it happened on Thursday night. We thought we'd played all right. We obviously had the rough patch in the third quarter. And then the game got out of hand. But the way that ended and knowing how you guys had blocked them up front in the run game, that I knew you guys, like of all the games like this past season that I knew you guys were ready, that was the one. Clearly that paid off.
It was just like a feeling when we showed up.
Yeah, it was a feeling when we
there
showed
was no
up.
question about what was about to go down. Like,
And that's kind of rare in the NFL because sometimes it's like you can't judge anything on warm-ups or like, walking in, how guys get off the bus or whatever. But I knew you could feel that one. And that one in New England too. I was looking at
New
New
England
England.
was
That
so
felt
much
like a
fun.
Stephen King novel, like the way that we come there at night Like it felt like it was like midnight.
Dude, it was
I think
so
we kicked
cool.
off at like 8:30.
Going to New England in
The
general
whole
was awesome,
lions,
too.
the whole lion hyena.
Yeah, that thing was
thing that-
awesome.
Yeah, how'd you have
Tom
that video, right?
Teed up.
I texted them. I think Bloss made that, didn't she, Bloss?
Taylor sent it to me and goes, watch this video. Because he FaceTimed. He goes, watch this video.
And I was hype. I was like, holy shit, I can't wait to play us. You know what I'm saying?
He FaceTimes, goes, watch this video and call me back. So I watch it, call him back. He goes, let's do that and switch.
I was like, just switch it. So like all the things they say that are positive, put Titan stuff, and all the negative stuff, put the Patriots.
That was good.
And I was like, we'll keep that back pocket if we win. You know, because it was still Dynasty Patriots, right?
Sure. Yeah.
You can't sit there and say 100%. Like to post that before a game,
Yeah, that would take
that would take some fucking balls
that would
right there
take
to
some
do that.
balls,
That would take
That'd be
some
bad karma too.
stones.
It's like
That
you
would
end
be
up
bad
losing, like, in
karma,
the, like, worst
100%.
way.
That was one of the most fun games I've ever played. Like to play in those games and kind of be like, oh, we can just do whatever we want right now,
Sure.
and it's gonna work. I mean, we didn't score a whole lot of points, but it was just a filthy bloodbath.
Yeah, it was the way you guys played up front.
Yeah, it was awesome. There was one play in general that's like Ben knocked, like pancaked the guy, Roger pancaked the guy. Me and Hightower hit really hard, and that was very painful.
Yes.
And there's a lot of shit going on. It was awesome.
Yeah,
It was a great game.
Hightower, he's just one of those guys that looks like he's so heavy-handed.
He's from Nashville.
Oh, he's thick, dude.
thick.
He brings it.
He broad shoulders, brings it. I
He's
mean,
built
the
like a
dude's
brick
stud.
shit house, bro.
No, it was
I got a lot of respect
every
for
bit
him.
of that game was awesome.
Shout out Slick Spirited Ice. No free shout outs. The time has come for Happy Hour to finally live up to its name with the introduction of Slick Spirited Ice. Slick is a brand new hard, yes, that means alcohol infused, freezer pop that is crafted with elevated flavors to inspire good times. Available in different premium spirit offerings, including rum and agave, these frozen flavor variety packs are the coolest new way to booze with an icy twist. Delivering 8% ABV at 100 calories or less, each naturally flavored Slick Spirited Ice Pop tastes as good, if not better, than any daiquiri or margarita you'd get on the beach or at a patio bar. Opportunity for a line to speak about personal favorite flavor of the host and why. The best part is that with Slick, no bartender or blender is needed, just your freezer. The pops are also convenient enough to throw in the cooler and bring along to a backyard barbecue, a boys' day, boating on the lake, or a day blazing at a pool party. Opportunity to substitute any of these activities, good times with alternative based on timing of read, i.e. 4th of July or your holiday, personal use of the product by host or an event venue of their own. So swap your typical summer cocktail or seltzer with Slick Spirited Ice, scoop up a box or 2 or 10 at your local Walmart, shout out Walmart, no free shout outs, or liquor store, and load your freezer for the upcoming weekend. This ad has been brought to you by 21 Holdings LLC in West Chicago, Illinois. Must be 21 and up to purchase and consume. Please drink responsibly.
I really loved the Ravens game, the next
that
game.
was a great one too.
I love that game. The atmosphere pre-game was the best I've
That was
ever
awesome.
seen. The flashing lights, they're going off, dude. They had a bye week. They were the best team, whatever. Statistically, no, the Chiefs were. But anyway, they were really good that
They were
year.
the one seed. Yeah,
They were the one seed?
They were the one seed. Yeah,
It was awesome, dude. That was like the most hype I've ever been
yeah,
for a
that was
game.
awesome too.
Going to, we kind of got to calm yourself down. Like, I got to take a couple deep breaths here. This going to this, and then when you called that bomb to Khalif right after the
That's one of my
turnover,
favorite plays, yeah.
that was a fucking savage call, dude.
Little mullet man. Yeah,
When
that was
you
great.
called that, I was like, oh, this is a touchdown. I think Tannehill even said it. He's like, if you guys hold up, this is a touchdown right here. And when you hear that, you're like, oh fuck. And Ben will always say that too, because you know Ben, he knows all the route trees
Oh,
and everything.
gosh. All right.
So we'll go, and Ben will look at me and go, if we hold up, it's a touchdown. I'm like, oh fuck, let's go, boys.
Yeah.
And you know,
That's what
me, I'm just like, I just know what the blocking scheme is, and
Yeah,
that's it. I don't know what the hell else is going on. But it was awesome, dude. That was awesome. And then the beginning of the Chiefs game was great too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, when Dennis caught that ball, I was like, shit, it might be breaking our way.
Yeah, this might be a bit of a deal. And then I don't know, it kind of all changed when Mahomes had that ridiculous run and the second
before
and
the
a half,
halftime.
right before the half. But you can't really put your
No, you
finger on
can't
it because
put it
as
on that.
players, and
No,
I'm sure as
we
coaches,
had a chance in the third quarter too.
Yeah,
We got stopped
we
on
really did.
Second and one, third one, but
3rd and 1, yeah.
How much do for you kind of just saying that? How much do coaches you feel like beat themselves up? You feel like you guys beat yourselves up as much as players do when you're kind of watching film and you're like, "Fuck, I wish I would have just made this decision."
yeah, absolutely. Like, I look back and that Chiefs game is painful. It'll probably always be painful.
Mm.
You know, because you look at it and you're close, and then you feel like, shit, you know, let them down. I mean, I think you have so much invested in it. It's different than being a player, but you know, I mean, you guys are the ones that go out and make it work, but you're thinking to yourself like, damn, I wish I had given him a better. I wish I had done this. Like that.
Yeah.
That's easy, and you try to, learn from it and move on. But I don't think that's painful. The Ravens game, like when you jump right into the interviews, like I didn't get a chance to watch it till like Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I just kind of flew through it. And then that week was kind of a blur. And then as I've watched it a few times this offseason, it's still painful to watch.
Well, what'd you see that was such a difference between
Because it
playing
comes
in the
down to
last
one or
two
two
times
calls.
Yeah.
Right? It's so, you get into some of those in a playoff game, like in any NFL game, every possession is crucial. But in those playoff games, like possessions are magnified.
Yes.
Right? And in a game like that, it was a one possession game, and we had been really good on one possessions. However, it played out, we didn't go down and score the touchdown. Down the red zone, we set up for a field goal. And then the fourth quarter, we were driving early. We didn't get it. And then we still had a chance. I mean, it was a chance to go tie
I
it.
thought we were going to win that game.
I did.
All the way.
If we go back, are we going for it?
That's easy to criticize in hindsight. Like,
No
it's
doubt.
relevant to me. It's that last drive, like when Westbrook, caught the one on the sideline. So there was a timeout, or an injury timeout. And then we came in there and we were good in our 2-minute menu. And you look back on it and we, obviously it was bang, bang. And then the ball goes up in the air and they pick it off. Like,
Yeah,
that pissed me off. Like the
Yeah,
whole buffoonery around the midfield and all that stuff. But
what did you think about that when it happened?
Because players, we all have our opinions on it. Yeah, what's a perspective you have?
you're so pissed because you realize that it was over. Like in my mind, I'm like, you start racing like, God, I wish I'd called this or that. Like you start second guessing yourself and you see all that. And yeah, you're pissed. Like you don't want it to end.
Yeah.
Right.
But
if
whatever they're doing, like whatever. Like
if you're on the other side, if you're on the Ravens, if you're a coach on the Ravens, you're like, all right, fuck yeah. Like what happened before with Vrabel, and then they think we're disrespecting them by being on the 50-yard line.
I don't know where that came from though.
Well, that's what we talk about in this podcast all the time is people don't realize we've literally done that for 3-4 years now. Like we go to the middle of the field. It's not about being on their logo. On the field, break it down, us against the world type mentality, go to the thing.
I've never paid attention
Harbaugh,
if another team has done that before.
Ever. And Harbaugh just must have been walking out at that time and got super mad about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But we always say we love the petty. We're about the petty.
All about a good petty.
So when they go and do it to us, there's going to be a time in the future where someday it happens again, opposite, and we get to go be petty. It makes it for better entertainment, right?
Yeah,
it's like the McGregor vibe.
Yeah, whatever they did, that's on them. In my mind, I was just pissed because I knew it was over.
Yeah, and there wasn't 1 ounce of there. There's some games you go into and you're like, you don't necessarily know how it's going to go. Yeah. But that one there was no question in my mind that the boys were going to come out on top of that.
I did too.
And when it was coming down in the fourth, I remember looking at DB like, yo, if we don't score here, we legit might lose this game.
Yeah,
because we were playing solid like the whole first half, like playing physical, doing all that stuff, and it just never entered your mind until late in the fourth quarter, and you're like, hey boys, like we're not on top right now.
Right.
Yeah, that's what sucked. And then they picked it off, and you like want some time warp to happen, where like that didn't just happen.
Right. Exactly. It's kind of like it's so surreal. You're like, oh, it's fucking over.
Yeah, like
that was the first NFL game I've ever been to in my life. Like as a spectator. It was. I thought for sure. I was like, "There's no way they lose this game."
Yeah,
watch before I'm seeing you guys on the just warm ups. I'm like, "There's no chance they lose this game. This thing's gonna be awesome."
And to add to it, we're in the locker room. We're like, "Art's gone." Damn it.
Yeah, we knew right away.
Man, missing.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, that's not you.
No, I mean, but it all says like there was a sadness when you see the interception because in my gut I knew I was probably gone too, and I was like, "Damn, that's how it ended."
Right?
Yeah.
One more.
Right.
Yeah,
like in the first round. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're going into a team. I don't know what the Falcons' record was last year, but you're going into a team with a lot of stars. You have a lot of firepower, like really good football players. Like you have.
They had a down year though.
What's that?
They had it down.
Well, in this way, as a head coach, you're going into a team with a great draft pick.
Yeah.
Right. What do you guys pick at?
4.
I mean, fuck around.
Ooh.
Trade for Will. Give the Titans.
That's true.
Oh well, he's a free agent.
Hey, don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me hanging.
I mean, I don't know what that is.
You just got to do this. Hey, you just got to do this.
Because they're going to get.
You just got to do this.
No, you're going to hold that against you. Your agent's going to say,
"Hey, appreciate that quiz." No, I was hyped for you that you got the 4th pick. It's like, oh, you got the 4th pick. Okay, I see you.
$2 million deal.
Trying to do that. No,
gives Taylor $1 million.
That's crazy, man. It's just like a fist bump. Hey, 4th pick.
But like,
It's the same thing. This is the same thing.
No, I'm with you. Art.
Yeah,
He's
you
sneaky with them
like-
little pudgy fingers, bro. Them things get a little sneaky
this
on you,
dude
dude. He
just
comes
swing-
over like this.
This dude just swings every way.
I swing at everybody, dude. So
No, I'm glad you
disrespectful.
Like, yeah, I don't like that either. And then
Because I definitely wanted to get it on camera, like to thank you for
Oh,
that
thank you.
touchdown that I had 2 years ago.
That was a hell of a catch.
Hell of a catch, right?
I love
Are you
it.
taking the big man end zone or weapon?
Absolutely.
to the
Everybody's
ground?
alive down there.
God,
You could have had another one this year.
could have none.
You were wide
I
open.
was wide
Quiz was
open.
wide open. You would think in the
How
scouting
did weapon
report,
down
like,
there?
hey, cover Quessenberry.
I dude.
No,
No, wide
they
open.
didn't.
Wide
What
open.
games?
The roll pass we hit to Indy on Thursday night, right?
That's what it was.
The
And
Freeman
then to
caught.
Freeman, and then the other one was to Jonnu, where I kind of came underneath.
Yeah.
And
Damn, dude.
That's
Get you a
what-
couple?
that, I feel like every week, like all the O linemen are like, all right, what's in?
Yeah. Oh, every Thursday you get in there. Oh, it's a Friday.
It arts such so like,
No, you were wide open. Like,
yeah, I was.
I told Tannehill, like, what the
So,
fuck,
I
dude?
told him that
Quiz is
too.
right there. Primary. fucking
Tannehill,
receiver right
Tannehill can be an asshole with that football, dude.
So was
Go to his receivers and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go to the guys who like actually work the drills.
Nah. So disrespectful.
But I feel like you're so calculated with it. You set these plays up, not just like early in the game, but like weeks in advance. And like,
I think a lot of it it's dependent on what's in the game plan. I always like to have something up for the linemen down there, whether it gets called or not. We'll see. But
That's
Taylor knows,
awesome.
that some of us
We
plays
had
were up
we
for
had
a
one
lot.
almost every week
Yeah, we
that
did.
was ready to go.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy with one. I got one. I'm stoked on it.
You do got you.
And I'm happy Russ Grimm was there to see it.
Yeah.
Hey, did you call Russ, see if he come out of retirement?
Russ, I think we
Old peg leg porker, dude. Let's do
changed some
his
text.
thing. What's that?
You need to get Russ down here.
God, wouldn't that be awesome? Russ would be like you, like as far as like not answering tough questions, but with nothing to lose. Like, hey,
I know,
Russ,
I
just
don't know
answer
why.
the
Yeah,
damn
he probably would
question.
answer a little-
And he'd tell the same story 2-3 times, you
Yeah.
know?
Be awesome.
Russ was the coolest, man. Like, he'd
I
sit
know.
there and
I just got to play with or get coached by his son Chad. I always heard
Russ
about
is an
Russ.
American legend.
He
That's what
really
I heard.
is.
Like if you look up 1987, there's Russ Grimm.
no question, dude.
Hell yeah.
And that mustache too.
Hey, but going back to your question, like you were gonna, it seemed like you're gonna ask being excited taking over the Falcons who are 4 and 12.
I mean,
but they have all this
it's gotta be
talent.
cool. You like
Yeah,
your
absolutely.
Your offense is the most fun offense I've ever played in my entire life. It's a
appreciate
blast. And going to the Falcons that a couple years ago when Keith was there, they ran a very similar offense. Like those guys are gonna have it down pretty fast, I assume. Matt's a great leader and a good quarterback. Like you have huge weapons. It's gonna be awesome.
No, it's
You guys are
exciting
gonna be
situation to
crushing
step into. Yeah. No, there's
Well, there's been a lot of ads today, but that's because there's a lot of you guys viewing and you guys are crushing it for us and we love you so much. Now, a couple of you, maybe 3 or 4, I don't know. We're not going to use names, all right? This is a buddy system. You're going to get a little red in the cheeks for this one, but it's going to be all right. You're going to use Roman. We're going to help you all out. No one's perfect, right? Baseball players strike out with the bases loaded. Golfers 3-putt with the tournament on the line. So if you feel like you come up a little short in the bedroom sometimes, it's perfectly okay. But if it's bothering you, there's an option. Go to getroman.com/bussin now. I had to make sure I said that right because I need to help you out. With Roman, you can get a free online evaluation and ongoing care for ED. My eyes are awful. I'm so sorry. All from the comfort and the privacy of your own home. A U.S. licensed healthcare professional will work with you to find the best treatment plan. If medication is appropriate, it ships to you free with 2-day shipping. The whole process is straightforward and discreet. Getting started is simple. Just go to getroman.com/bussin and complete your online visit. Take care of your ED without leaving home. Complete the online visit today to connect with a doctor and take care of it. Go to getroman.com/bussin now and get 15% off your first order of ED treatment. Look, there's a straightforward way to take care of your ED. Getroman.com/bussin. Get started. Stop laughing in the mic. Get started now to save 15 on your first order of ED treatment. Mac isn't there anymore, is he?
no. The Niners signed him. Couldn't afford him. We don't have any
damn.
room. Like that's
Shanahan.
bargain
Yeah,
shop.
but I don't
Shanahan
believe that
took
for
him.
one bit because you can take Jake Matthews' contract. You can front load it and pay a minimum. Then you just save $10 million on the cap. You could take Matt Ryan and do that. There's money out there.
No, I had a great conversation with Alex, but he, what he was valued at and what he wanted,
Yeah.
we wouldn't have been able to fit that in because still had to sign like 10 other guys.
He's a stud, dude. He's super
he's a great
athletic
player.
too.
What excites you the most about Atlanta, this team?
Well, it's really the job. I mean, there's only 32 of them, and you got a chance to hopefully build something that can sustain for a long time. Like the challenge of it, like, hey, it's all on you. Try to put it, your vision in place and implement it. And I mean, there's so much that goes into it. It's like the whole thing. It's all it's overwhelming, but it's great. It's what you want. It's like it's on you. So here you go.
What kind of BDE can the fellas expect on that first virtual call?
It's coming up soon.
I know.
Don't want to give it away. Yeah, it's coming up.
Are you
soon.
nervous? Does it make you nervous?
No, it make me nervous.
I'd be nervous.
I'd be nervous.
A lot
too.
of new faces.
New job. Yeah, like
You want to make a good first impression?
yeah.
It's make or break, right?
Right. Like you're excited about the new gig. No one kind of knows you're going.
Yeah, but do you
to this
guys
thing.
remember Rabel's first meeting?
No,
See,
I don't.
Yeah, that is true. That's good perspective. That's a
great
good
point.
perspective to have when you're nervous and you're trying not to be nervous.
Yeah.
But that is true.
Hey, Vrabel got comfortable a little
remember.
too fast though. I remember Vrabel like the third day, and he was like kind of giving. I was like, oh, this guy's.
Well, how can you
These
not?
guys going at
When
cats.
you got his 14 years and 3 Super Bowls under the belt, you always got them to fire off.
Love giving Vrabel a hard time.
Yeah.
But he
Like, he's
earned the
literally-
chirpiness.
I don't know if he's on P Squad, but he's pretty much sat in every seat in the auditorium. You know what I mean?
He texted me and just said hi. I sent him a screenshot of us FaceTiming him, and he just said hi. So
he's going to avoid that confrontation over.
he doesn't want it. That's going to be the signing of the year, maybe the decade, maybe the 20s. When you see the 20s, you'll see Will Compton.
Yeah.
Russ Grimm, 87, just the 20s, the whole
Reggie
decade.
White in the early 90s.
Yeah, and now I have Will Compton.
If I'm
beautiful.
going to Atlanta, just recreate the Deion primetime picture where he's got all the jewelry.
Would you? Oh, that'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome.
That would be so sick.
See, look at the content.
He goes,
It just
Might be worth
would you rather go to Atlanta or the Titans?
it all depends.
Don't lose
No
your leverage.
comment.
Don't lose left.
Yeah,
Don't
it
lose
all
leverage.
depends.
Wow, look at you two.
Yeah.
Huh? Now I feel like I'm on an island. Now I feel like a little alone here.
I should have just stone faced looked at you like he was doing. Like, hey, what do you think about this? And he's like,
Arthur, I love it. I love the question. Let's ask some fan questions here.
Are these legit fan questions, or do you guys make these up?
Did we make these up?
Real fan
Oh,
questions. Okay.
hey, we have real fans. So,
No, I mean-
if it's 10,000 burner accounts.
oh, I want to. Let's do B. Is the
What about
FedEx
A?
is
I mean,
Oh
17
yeah, I
game
do want to
season-
see B. That's 100%.
All right, I'll
do that
answer
one.
17 game season to change anything. Sure, it'll change how you map out.
thoughts on a seven? Hang on. Thoughts on a 17 game season? Does that change anything for you?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thoughts on a 17 game? You knew it was inevitable from a couple years ago when they agreed on the CBA. It was in there.
RPA.
Well, I mean, it's
Yeah, that's true. You did know it was inevitable.
and their justification. All right, instead of 4 and 16, I mean, whatever 3 and 17. Obviously, it extends the season.
How do
Yeah,
those
you
how do
gotta
those
set up.
preseason games look to you? Like, do you pull the starters game 3 then?
Well, that was kind of trending away, anyways.
Yeah, starters weren't really playing as much.
And some teams had kind of gotten away from it. You need the preseason to evaluate young guys. Some guys want it. Like, just, again, I go from my own experience. Like, when I talked to Delaney, he'd be like, yeah, I need at least 20 plays, give or take. Right?
I would agree with that statement.
Sure. And so everybody's different. I mean, so you're going to have to play a little bit, but you do need that. It's not fair to those guys that are trying to make the team.
Yeah.
You get a real evaluation on it.
How do you feel about joint practices with other
Love 'em.
teams?
As long as you're with the right team. You don't want it to be just complete.
Why do you say right team? Like, what goes into it being the right team?
Well, were you in Washington when y'all practiced Houston?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was a clown show.
Yeah. Yes.
That was a
Like,
shit
what did
show.
you get out?
That was a shit
What
show.
did y'all get out of that?
Nothing.
Nothing except for a shorter practice that third
We
day.
were there. Oh,
Were
yeah.
you not hyped that they cut it early?
Yeah, they cut it early.
I mean, everybody kind of wanted it to be cut early. It's like, what are we doing out here?
3 days of joint practice. That's literally the
That's
hardest
a
part
long-
of the season.
2
3 days in a row, 3 games in a row, basically.
Yeah.
God. Yeah, I want to know about this FedEx thing. Is the FedEx gambling story true?
Yes, it's true.
Explain that.
Hang on,
that.
there's a quote right here. After being denied a crucial business loan, Frederick Smith, the founder and CEO, Art's father, took the company's last $5,000 to Vegas and won $27,000 on blackjack to cover the company's $24,000 fuel bill. It kept FedEx alive for one more week. Is that story true?
That story is true. Went out and played single deck blackjack. I don't know about the numbers, but that story is absolutely true. He hasn't gambled since then.
He took
He hasn't gambled since then.
No,
he
'cause every
took
time
the
I go to
company's last
casinos-
bit of money and gambled it on blackjack and reignited the boys.
In his mind, they were if he didn't do something like that, they were done. So like, what do you have to lose at that point? Your back's against the wall. So you either got to do something to make the
legendary,
payment. Or not.
Hey, that's
a bit of a
stones
deal.
On the man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got stones.
What happened in that? Did he ever talk about what happened that next week for him to be able to not have to do that again?
It's a great follow-up question.
You got to ask him.
Can we call him?
Call him.
Give him a shout. Yo, we're talking about FedEx. Like, think about it right now. The company's last bit of money, and you go and deal it on blackjack, and that just resurged what is now known as FedEx.
Were you aware that he was doing that at the time?
I wasn't alive.
Oh, was that long ago?
Yeah.
Oh, he just had some BDE walking around Vegas.
When did he start FedEx?
73 officially. Is this bad podcasting content right here?
No.
No,
This can all
this
get
is
cut
awesome.
and moved around. I'm actually really excited to hear about this.
Are you able to put him on speaker?
Hey, Dad.
You put him on speaker?
I'm good. I'm on this podcast with Taylor and Will, and they got a question for me. I wanted the detail, so I don't butcher this for you. When you made that trip to Vegas, what was how much money did you have, and what did you need to make?
Ask him if you put him on speakerphone.
I want to hear his voice. The founder of FedEx.
Well, it was.
Do you want to go on record with this and I put you on speakerphone, or would you rather just leave it with me to explain it? Okay, yeah. So you didn't want to get it put on the spot.
That's fair.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. When he said record, I was like, oh, yeah, that's
a bit of a deal.
Yeah. Boys are going to blow up.
It's going to be a thing here.
Yeah, he said he's going to go on record.
Oh, speaker? Oh, let's go.
All right, you're on speakerphone.
Okay. So what is it you want to know about the famous Las Vegas trip?
Okay, so here's the story that's out there. After being denied a crucial business loan, Frederick Smith, the founder and CEO, took the company's last $5,000 to Vegas and won $27,000 on blackjack to cover the company's $24,000 fuel bill. It kept FedEx alive for one more week, and now you are where you are.
Well, there is some truth to the story, but the way you just described it is quite exaggerated. We played a lot of poker and blackjack in Vietnam. Our battalion chaplain, Father Vincent Capodanno, who was a great man and actually received the Medal of Honor, the only priest ever, chaplain to ever get it with the Marine Corps. Used to play with us all the time, and he was a master, so I was a very good blackjack player. And I was hired by a man to fly him to Las Vegas, and he gave me a line of credit for $5,000. So in those days, the casinos had only a single deck. They didn't have multiple decks. So I won $27,000. That is 100% true, but it was not. It did not save the company. We owed a hell of a lot more than $24,000. So it's a true story, but it gets more and more exaggerated and more dire. But I did win. Actually, I won $35,000, and I lost back down to $27,000, and I went to bed because I'd been up all day. So that's the story.
All right. Well, I appreciate you telling that. No, thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, I'll call you later. All right, talk to you. Bye.
I think it's fair.
We all literally leaning up the whole time.
Yeah.
listening to every word he's saying.
Just a good old true war story.
He goes, they owed a whole lot more than that.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask what he did
think
next.
it's fair to say.
I feel like I didn't want to put him on the spot again.
No,
I think it's fair to say he saved the company of FedEx on that Vegas trip. Shout out the boy, Frederick Smith.
Good job. Great work.
I mean, you're the first people who technically got him on a podcast.
He needs to come on.
No,
we
but
would love to have him on.
people have asked him to go on podcasts, and he won't do it. So you technically, really, third party got him on the podcast.
That's awesome.
That's big.
That's great work.
Hey, that's big.
That's big.
The BDE
Appreciate
in the
that.
family runs deep.
Yeah, no, that's big.
I'm f***ing dying.
I know, same.
And the only prescription is a great haircut.
This episode of Bussin' with the Boys is brought to you by Sport Clips. Look, I'm dying. And the only prescription to use is a nice haircut.
Definitely not the guy you used for that one haircut.
Sport Clip stylists are experts in men and boys haircuts with specialized training and techniques. Cutting guys' hair can be harder than women's hair. Listen to that. I'll say that again, boys. Cutting men's hair can be harder than women's hair. When you go to Sport Clips versus a place that cuts women's hair, you are getting stylists who are specifically trained to cut guys' hair. Sport Clips are experts in understanding facial shape,
shape.
and hair texture and cutting to a guy's best advantage. We all need that. Sport Clips signature service is the MVP haircut experience. It is so much more than a haircut. The legendary hot steam towel on your face, massaging shampoo that makes you melt into your seat. It's the ultimate in relaxation. With 1,800 locations nationwide, a Sport Clips is closer than you think. And your experience is even better with on-deck text alerts, which means less wait time, more prime time. You'll get a 15-minute heads up when it's time to head in. And another text when you are next in line. Sport Clips gives you more ways to save time so you can enjoy your prime time. Text message opt-in required. Message and data fees may apply. Visit a Sport Clips near you for that Peaky Blinders haircut, for a haircut that exceeds the typical experience from start to finish.
Hey, solid. Keeping it together. How many more?
Is that it?
That's it.
Hey, good fucking work. There's a it's way easier probably doing it with two people, huh?
I think that's more
I
fun.
think we just had 7. You cut that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's way more fun. Like, all right, what's another question we got? What is it?
Yeah, you kinda asked me that
Yeah, we already
already.
did that.
Oh, who will
Who's
be
your-
wide receiver 1 in Atlanta this year?
Will Compton.
Yeah, we'll play both ways.
What?
Just like
What are a few of your favorite Titans moments?
it's hard. We talked about a couple of them already.
We did.
We did. We had a couple of the Titans. moments.
Your first game though. We didn't talk about your first
Oh, the Cleveland.
game calling it in Cleveland had to be a big one because you
That was cool. The way that
You
the whole
crushed it.
fourth quarter erupted. I mean, we scored a lot of points quick. It was cool. It was cool, especially for Delaney. You know, because I'd been with Delaney for a long time. Same with some of the lean years.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Those 1 in 15, 2 in 14 years with and Delaney just crushing it.
I always look back at the Cleveland game, and it's kind of it shows you how much changes during the NFL season.
Mhm.
You look at that game and like who made crucial plays and who was playing at the end.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy because
Yeah.
that's how long the seasons are. Like that game. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
Marcus, Delaney, and then by the end of the year, where we were with Ryan and Derrick.
It's funny. Delaney's coming back. He says he wants to play again.
Yeah,
Have you seen him at all?
I haven't seen him.
I hope he comes back. We talk
Yeah,
about it all the
too.
time. Delaney's one of my favorite teammates.
He's so
Just
hard-
to be
he's so
around
awesome.
him.
He's
He's
all time.
awesome, dude.
He's probably in a
He's all
steam room
time.
right now getting a workout in.
Probably is. Absolutely.
Yeah, you go in the
Yeah,
steam room and he's
push-ups,
just doing
all
body
of
weight
it.
workouts.
Doing push-ups. Yeah.
Like, this is
Yeah.
how you last in the league, boys.
Like, holy
No,
shit. Year
yeah,
14, you're like, yeah, for sure.
Are there any player moments you've seen over the years, like in the office, like in the facility, not necessarily on the field, that you're like, I'll never forget this moment or this story? I know I'm putting you on the spot there. I wish I would have texted that to you earlier so you could think about it.
Yeah, there's some that are better not put out there in the podcast universe.
I feel that.
There's been some great ones, but
Any great ones where the guys are retired?
no.
Like I'll tell you one. So I don't know. I will not say the player's name, but we would come in from training camp, right? And you know how guys will catch full body cramps. Hey, this shit is so funny. Dude would keep a box of condoms in his locker as a joke. This is all a joke. And somebody's like, hey man, like, why you keep a box of condoms in your locker? And he's like, you never know when somebody's going to catch a full body cramp right here in the middle of the floor. And everyone just starts dying laughing, dude. But how funny is that?
I've never heard that.
But now you remember it.
Sure.
He said, sure. So any kind of stories like that?
No. I got
Most of
nothing.
them would start and end with Ben Jones.
Probably.
Most of those
And
stories
Ben
for
will
sure.
not come on the podcast
I want
for
to
that
come on a
reason.
podcast.
What's that?
I want Ben come on. I don't know
He-
he'd be that
because he
entertaining.
doesn't want to.
Yeah, Ben is
I'm
very.
gonna call him out. I don't think he'll be entertaining. I think he'd be a shitty guest.
I think he would be a shitty guest by choice.
I think he'd be very PC. That's his problem. He wants
Yeah.
to. He'd have to be PC.
He likes to keep it, in the box, in the public eye. But when he's in the locker room, man, that guy cuts it loose.
He's all time. Bro.
Yeah,
He's an
I-
all-timer.
I've seen that man's asshole more than probably anybody else. Yep.
Sure.
Love showing. It's like a deep, dark hole. It's really not dark, but it's just like kind of like a funnel. It starts big and keeps going. Anyway,
It's really descriptive.
that's the perfect. Well, you've seen it a lot. You know what to do.
Yeah.
One time, I tried to light a fart off Ben's ass in the O-line room. We didn't get it, but he
What
farted
era
all
was
over
that?
me.
Was that the?
That was a Graham.
Yeah,
that was a
Russ.
Graham. Oh yeah, you know Keith's not letting that shit happen in
I
his
didn't think
room.
that was a Bostad or a Keith Carter.
No, Bostad was like a Keith, like very straight edge, knocking. We're not fucking around.
Russ, that definitely sounds like a
Yeah,
Russ.
it started and ended with Russ.
Yeah.
That guy, still a legend. 87, you said?
Yeah, I mean, like, I wish I could pull off the stash and those
You
those
probably.
glasses.
I would say you need to
I
get to
actually
it.
grow a pretty good stash, but the glasses that he wore to go with it.
Legend.
Yeah.
Absolute legend. And then him in the Patriots game when we lost in the wild card round, where he couldn't get off.
His back was jacked.
His back was so fucked up before the game that he sat on the hot seat the whole time. And during halftime, he just stayed there. He just sat down while we went in and made corrections. And Sully tells a story like he'd sit there and go, he'd be on the mic going, "Hey, it's getting kind of
Swicky had to get
get him
some
up."
towels on him.
Yeah. He goes, "Hey, it's getting kind of hot. My ass is getting hot." By the end of the half, he's like, "It's kind of hot down here. Need some help.
It's hot down here.
It's hot down here." And someone had to pull him up.
Yeah, Swicky pulled him up, and Swicky, as a good teammate, put some towels on him.
He was in some rough shape after that game, dude. He was in some rough shape.
No, he did.
It got hot. You got hot down here.
It's like everybody went in at halftime. He's just sitting there, just hanging. You're like, oh,
We'll let you get out of here, but one thing, I appreciate you not stealing as Mike Sullivan. Thank you for not taking him away from us.
No, Sully's always a great, best.
Sully's legend, and that was a huge fear of mine.
I bet.
Yeah, Sully's he's my safe place.
He is.
At the Titans. So once again, Arthur Smith, thank you so much.
Let's go.
For coming on.
Hey,
Guys, gals, people of all ages, appreciate you so much for tuning in to another episode of Bussin' with the Boys. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the episode on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever platform you're on. We're on there. We have a YouTube channel, Bussin' with the Boys. We would love if you subscribe there as well. If you are subscribed and you want to be more for the boys, unsubscribe and resubscribe again. It sounds funny and stupid and kind of obnoxious, but all of your subscriptions and resubscribing and stuff, it helps in these little algorithm games for climbing charts, because again, we are very organic. You guys, where we're at is because of you guys, so we like to keep it fucking organic and just from us, dude, us versus the world. But we really do. We really appreciate your guys' support. A few of you had questions about merchandise. You can go, our merchandise store is on barstoolsports.com. Go over to shop, and we are under the brand Bussin' with the Boys. You can find all of our gear there. We restock constantly now. If you guys have any ideas, shout us out. If you guys buy the gear, shout us out. We really do love when you guys talk back to us, add us, mention us, put us on your stories, tag us, all that fun stuff. We like grabbing that stuff and putting it on our YouTube episodes. And again, we just love it, man. We love you guys. We appreciate you so much. Keep being for the fucking boys. Keep being a wolf. The biggest of hugs and the tiniest of kisses. We love you. We appreciate you. Tune in next week for another episode of Bussin' with the Boys.